welcome everyone who is watching. I am so sorry, this has been very delayed. I don't even know if the video is up. If it isn't, I apologise. We've got to start the stream. So just bear with me 2 seconds, and I'll get the commentary underway. Oh, it is. So why can't I hear? Oh, it doesn't matter. It just does not matter. Sorry, I will do that actually. Yeah. Right guys, we're back for the end of qualifying. So the tool is on provisional pole for 133.1. Carcraft only a 10th behind him. Yari only 5/10 behind Tool as well, so it's still all to play for. Again, I do apologise for missing most of qualifying. Which could be helped, but I've got the audio work, because I believe you guys can hear the audio. I can't, but that doesn't matter. Coming out for his outlap, so it's Yari. Only 3 minutes left to go, so now is the time to get out and set your final lap of qualifying to try and get you up as high up the grid as you can. This is of course the final round of the SRL Nations League. So after this we'll be doing a pre-season race around America next week, and then the season will start once again. We can hear that sweet nectar that is your voice, Rickers. Thank you very much, Johnny. Oh, Hastard, how are you doing, mate? I do apologise, lads. Your computer decided to be an absolute pain in the butt. But we're back, we're here, ready to go. This is where all the SRL races will now be streamed. There's a couple of channels between 1 to 6, so do go and follow all them so you don't miss out on any other races. I believe if me commentating, this will be the channel that will be used. I think we've all got our individual ones, so depending on who is streaming is where you know where to go. Liam's letting me go there, he wasn't too sure what we was doing. And Liam there, not Liam, Tool, having to take a bit of an unorthodox route to get past that car there. Not sure who it was exactly, was it there? I think it was Nico. No hands on there anyway. Carcraft set a purple first sector. Here's final lap. Vision desperately cutting the corners, trying to get across that line so he can set a final lap. Bobsada's half a second quicker on his delta there as well. As Bolton Jr. retires from the session at the end of his qualifying. But right on board with Carcraft here. Currently in P2, there's yellow flag in sector 2, so the car just parked. Anyway, Carcraft actually is invalidated his lap, so he will not be settling another lap time, so he will not be getting pole today. Meanwhile, Yari in P3 still has a chance to do so. Fastest at the moment is a 1:33.6. So it's 5 tenths off Tool at the moment, who is going slightly faster than up again as well. Bit of traffic for Yari to weave through here, but looks like it's not affected them too much. Yari comes round the final corner. What time is he going to set? It's going to be in 1:33.5, which will keep him in P3. So Tool has got pole position by the looks of things. He's still going as well. He's still got another lap here, and that he's going to set. I don't know if he's going to go quicker or not. A little bit of correction needed there on the steering. So he comes around the final corner. This is looking good actually. It's a 1:33.1. He goes slightly faster than his time and secures that pole position in style. Well done to him. And that is the end of qualifying. So as we can see, Tool takes pole position, Carcraft in second, Yari and Junior on the second row, Vision Bobsada on the third, Webboy and Drugs in Penna on the fourth. On the fifth row we have Canadian Scotty Fennell and the American Nico. 11th and 12th is Liam and Frisky. Raz and Mr. Stickless on the 7th row, and that rounds up our grid. So Tool, who I believe won the race, no, he won the first one. I didn't come to it last week. So he'll be hoping to capitalise and get a second win under the Nations League, which it does end today, of course. Not sure what the standings are or whatnot, unfortunately. But you'll be sure every single driver will want to get a good result today. This is the final one that was set. This is when the practice really starts to take its toll, and as you're practicing, you're basically practicing for the season coming up. Let's be honest, you're practicing for the upcoming season. So you want to use this time to maybe try new things, or maybe try something you don't drive a different way than you normally would, knowing that it's not going to affect you in the season. But it should be a good race anyway. Some fast drivers. And we'll see what happens here as we get underway for the formation lap in a few moments. So we'll just we don't want that on. We'll do that. Right, that's us all set up. That is your predicted pit stop strategy. Soft, medium, or if you're on the soft, you can go on to medium and medium again. could of course do a one-stop strategy as well if you're in outside the top 10. Liam, Frisky, Raz and Mr. Nicholas might fancy maybe jumping on the hards to make it a one-stop. I'm not too sure if they're able to do that. That could be an option. Let's hope for a good race, because there's been a lot of effort put in to get this stream up and running, so let's hope for some good racing action. Good to see everyone's giving each other plenty of space to warm up their tyres. No one seems to be getting too close to each other. Good to see. Come round the final, this tool comes round the final corner to get back onto the grid for the start of this race. If anyone has any predictions for the race, do let us know in the comments. Here we are to get this race underway. And here we are. I couldn't even see the red light, so I couldn't count us down, but here we are underway. Tool's got away nicely. Oh, there's that wet boy and drugs that went wide there, potentially. Forward vision. There's yellow flags, and up ahead, and who is that is off? It's Raz, who's had a bit of contact with somebody, and then that is put in down to P14. But no safety car, as Yari looks for a move on Carcraft maybe, not quite able to do it there. Yeah, that doesn't look like he's lost any of his front wings, maybe he just had a spin out. And Bob Sadder all quite close to each other there. And there's yellow flags. Who was it for? I'm not 100% sure, maybe. Bob Sadder it is actually. It's Bob Sadder who's now dropped all the way down into P12. Has he lost maybe his front wing as well there? I think he may have done. Let's have a look very quickly. I don't think he has, just lost a lot of positions, which is a shame for him. That's the game went absolutely mad with the placements. So I won't say too much just now. Like that there. So Toolsville leads this race, followed by Carcraft and Yari. So it opened up almost a 2-second gap to Carcraft out in front. Meanwhile, the battle for P6 is on as Nico puts some pressure on Wet Boy and Drugs here. Right, I don't know what happened there, but we are back. As Carcrafters looks like they've got himself a penalty, has he? Or a warning? I think it's a warning. As Junior will get DRS here, he's on the back of Vision. Wonder if Vision's getting any DRS on Yari, I'm not too sure, but then you're not quite able to get Vision there. You're going to look for a move on the inside. No, he's going to stay in behind and maybe set up the move later down. Here actually, another DRS zone comes up. He gets very close to Vision here and he gets past him with relative ease, and that promotes him up into P4. As Scotty Fennell has left the session, he's had an incident as well. I think with Penner actually, is it? Something definitely happened there, and that is... Well, Scotty's left the session, so I don't know if he's just been disconnected or not, but that's not good for him. Meanwhile, we're on board here with Liam. Still behind Wet Boy and Drugs at the moment. As Mr. Stiglitz gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Scotty got kicked out apparently. So he just lost connection, has he? Okay, I see. That's a bit crap. Another battle is P8 at the moment. It's Mr. Stiglitz trying to get close to Nico here. Nico, of course, himself is chasing down Liam at the moment, so it's almost a three-way battle here. Could be a four-way battle actually if you include Wet Boy and Drugs here. Meanwhile, just a bit further up the road, Vision. Looking to get Junior back, maybe. Oh, did he hit the wall there? I think he might have just hit the wall. But anyway, he's still gaining on Junior. He's going to have to go the long way around. And has he got the move done? I believe he has, because this game will not change to the camera that I want. But that was a nice move from Vision. And you feel like it could be a yo-yo between these two as to who is going to be in front of who. Back on board here with the battle in the middle for P6. Liam still in behind Wet Boy and Drugs. And then of course in behind Liam you've got Nico chasing him down. It was a good move, Johnny, it really was. Nice and clean. Defended, but didn't defend too hard as well, I'd say about Junior, so fair play. You know, Mr. Stiglitz for a second it's going in behind Nico there, but no, he braked just in time, and if he gets a good exit here, might actually be able to do something. That's the camera angle that we run, so not that one. That one. As there's basically two fights going on here at the same place. Nico trying to get catch Liam, and Stiglitz trying to catch Nico. One error could be absolutely fatal here, as Stiglitz is going to get DRS on Nico. But he's not going to be able to make a move, and he's going to have to stay in behind. It's almost like a little train this at the moment, because everyone's getting DRS off each other. Because I also think Wet Boy and Drugs is getting DRS on Junior. So that's keeping him up ahead as well. Very, very tight in the midfield at the moment, where all the action is. Nicholas here. Ooh, might just compromised himself just a little bit. Maybe got a bit too close to Nico then, and Nico had to back out. Compromised himself a little bit for this straight.
Meanwhile, Carcraft and Junior both deciding to pit onto medium tyres. So they're going for a wee undercut there potentially. Which means that now Sickless is after Nico. And Nico is after Liam. He gets close enough, but he doesn't seem to be able to when he gets to this part of the track in the second sector. Be close enough to really put pressure on Nico and make a proper move happen. Robert got DRS again on him here. He is gaining, but you can see that because Nico's getting DRS himself, that it's just all it's doing for Sickless is keeping him close to him. And he went on the curb there and went wide. He's corrected it, and that's allowed Nico just to get away a little bit. And has that costed Mr. Sickless quite dearly that early on in the race still, to be fair. Only on lap 6 as there's a yellow flag in sector 2. And it looks like Frisky. Is it Frisky? I don't know. Maybe, I'm not too sure. Someone might be able to correct me. It looks like he's ghosting, so that's why I'm wondering if it was something to do with him. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know, as Bob Sadhu will just about get himself into the pits there. And as predicted, onto the medium tyres go Carcraft Vision and Nico and Junior and Bob Sada. So early doors, it doesn't look like anyone's really doing anything too different apart from Raz, who is, jumped onto soft tyres. So he'll be a lot quicker than the guys that are up the road from him, but it will mean he'll have to pit again in probably another 7 or 8 laps time. Whereas these guys will be able to go a bit longer on their stint because they're on mediums. So back on board here with Liam. Currently in P4 now. Hasn't pitted yet though. Neither has the guy up ahead of him, Wet Boy on Drugs. Keeping it nice and tidy, both of them. No one really making mistakes. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake from Wet Boy on Drugs. Liam got a nice exit there. He just needs to keep it nice and steady, not go wide or anything. It just set himself up really well here. He won't need to actually because Wet Boy on Drugs is going to jump into the pits. And Liam now takes the lead of this race because of pit stops, with Mr. Sickless in second, also still not pitted yet. Meanwhile, Junior's got himself up into P6 by the looks of things, and Nico has got past Wet Boy on Drugs in the pits by the looks of things. So at the moment, only the top two, the current top two, and Frisky have not pitted yet. Do you wonder what tyre they're going to jump onto? Are they going to jump onto soft? They're going to jump onto another medium? Or are they? Is anyone brave enough to get onto these hards and maybe try and make a one-stop work? We'll have to wait and see. The hards are very, very slow, but the decision they have to think is, although I may not have to pit again, am I going to just lose out on time because I'm on a slower tyre? Are the drivers who do have to pit again, they're going to be on better tyres, going to be able to make up the time? That is the question. Someone who we've spectated a lot today, Wet Boy and Drug so far, in behind Bob Sadder at the moment. He's got half a second, as you can see, he's pretty close. It's a strange track, Abu Dhabi, in some ways, because usually the start-finish straight is a go-to place to overtake, but it isn't a very long one, so it's not really a great place to overtake unless you're actually right next to your opposition. Having said that, there are two proper good DRS zones where you can overtake, and I'm sure these drivers will be thinking about doing just that as we get to one of them. When Drugs will get DRS on Bob Sadder. I wonder what we can do as we'll jump actually up to Carcraft, who looks like he's going to get past Mr. Sticklet and retake P2. And we'll jump back on board with Wet Boy and Drugs, who did get quite close to Bob Sadder there, but not close enough to make a move, but it's going to set himself up really nicely for this next DRS zone. And he's gaining, he's going to the outside of Bob Sadder. You're going to have to go the long way around. Bob Sadder's got the inside line, and it's going to help him keep the position for the time being. Meanwhile, Tool, who has pitted, is going to breeze past Mr. Stickleless here by looks of things. Get a nice overview shot of that move being done. And Tool can now set his sights on Carcraft, who is just up the road there, a couple of cents. Carcraft being really compromised by Liam here at the moment. It's allowing Tool to get close. They'll both get DRS. Carcraft is going to go to the outside of Liam. The inside, sorry, of Liam, I should say. He's going to defend. No, Carcraft has got past. He's unable to defend, I should say. Might as well cover leaving me there. And Tool now really needs to get past Liam here very quickly. He's got DRS, he's slingshotted past him, and that's going to put him right in behind Carcraft here. I'm not sure what language that is, mate, but I can't understand. I don't speak that language. I would speak English. But welcome to the stream, Rudeneck. Welcome to the stream, mate. So we're on board here still with Tool, trying to chase down Carcraft. Both on relatively new medium tyres. Tool is a couple laps newer than Carcraft's. It's gonna be back onto the the DRS zone. I wonder now if he can get close enough to Carcraft, if he's got enough ERS and battery saved up to make a move here. Carcraft goes to the inside to defend and does very nicely and keeps Tool behind him, but there's no DRS zone coming up, as we've seen. Drivers have not been able to get done in the first one, but set themselves up really nicely for the second one, and Tool is gaining. He's gone to the outside of Carcraft. He touched a little bit there, but it looks like he's got the move done and has got himself back into the lead of this race. Very nice move from him indeed. Meanwhile, Wet Boy and Drugs is going to finally get past Bob Sadder here by the looks of things, defending to try and keep the position, and it looks like he's managed to do so very nicely. Meanwhile, on board here with 4th place, Yari, who's on fresher medium tyres than Liam, who Come on, it clearly says fail. I can't even speak that, mate. I'm not very good at different languages, lad. Out of here. Ooh. I think he thought about it there, but he's just going to get himself a nice exit, and he has got a lot better exit than Liam did there, and he's gonna get the RS, but I don't think he's even going to need it to get past him here. He's going to go to the outside and get the move done. Very nice from Yari. Gets himself into P3. He sets his sights now on Carcraft, who is about 5 seconds up the road. Mate, your scouts guys, you're not very good with English. That's very, very harsh, Johnny, lad, I've got to say. That's very harsh. So we're on lap 12 of 28 in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So far, Tool is still out in front. He was our pole setter and he managed to keep first place for the time being. Now he's going to get past the ghosted Scotty Fennell. And Junior's going to get past Liam, who jumped into the pits at last. And I'm wondering what tyre he's going to change to. What if he's going to try the hard? He is going to try the one stop. He jumps onto the hard tyres, Liam. Very interesting. But it's probably worth trying something different to everybody else. And Liam is going to exit the pits in P10. Yeah, P10. And he'll be chasing down Mr. Stickless as his first task. So it's been a relatively clean race so far, guys, I've got to say. Can't really think of many incidents. Seen some good overtakes, to be fair, which will definitely be shown on the highlights reel. But yeah, it's been very clean so far. And you can see in the telemetry that everybody's created a bit of a gap to each other, to be honest. I think the closest person at the moment is Carcraft, who's only 1.5 seconds off their Tour at the moment. Well, that gap has just increased to 1.6. It's been a mad day today. Sure everybody knows about Grosjean's crash in Bahrain today. Really frightening one, that. Really frightening. Just very glad that he's it appears he's not too injured. He's got a couple of fractured ribs, a couple of burns. That was proper frightening. That we're really glad to see that he's all good and potentially able to race next weekend, but I'm not too sure on that. We'll wait and see. Which again meant that we delayed our races by an hour, which is why at about 10 to 9 GMT time we are still racing. So while things are a little bit quiet, let's just have a wee look at the race director. Look at the incidents, loads of warnings. Carcraft got himself a 3-second penalty, so is Mr. Stickerless, Junior, Penna. A 5-second penalty for Raz for speed in the pit lane. A couple more 3 seconds there. But not too many at all, actually, to be fair. If he has a cracked rib, I don't think he'll race next week. Who is Haas reserve? That's a good question, actually. I'm not 100% sure who's the reserve for Haas. As Scotty Fennell managed to get himself back in the lobby. Looks like he's having some proper connection issues, which is a shame. And of course, has been lapped. Well, that could be interesting. That could be something to find out, Johnny, actually, if you can, who the Haas reserve driver is. As Vision picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, Mr. Stickless, I don't know what's happened to my telemetry there, it's gone all over the place. But he is about a second behind Bob Sadder now. Of course, these two switched positions a couple laps ago. And by the looks of things, Mr. Stickless now wants his position back off Bob Sadder. Bob Sadder has been on the medium tyres for about 5 laps longer than he has, as there's yellow flags in sector 3. Oh, and it's Raz who's smashed it in the pit lane. And that's a real shame. He's going to have to get his... when he changes, he does it again. He gets himself a 5-second penalty as well. Oh, that's a real shame for him. That's ended his race, hasn't it? It's so easy to do that as well. Oh, his tool had himself a little bit of an incident there, but managed to correct it really well. I would love to know why the interval gaps have disappeared. That would be nice. It's the fastest lap as well. Carcraft currently has it. Bit of Paul Diadelichaz are their test drivers. Maybe one of them will step up. Aye, probably, mate. Here we go, looks like the gaps are appearing once again, as Bob Sadder's got himself even closer to Mr. Stickless now. It's only half a second gap. I can see that Mr. Stickless is starting to worry a little bit as he cut the corner there and gets himself a 3 seconds time penalty. Bob Sadder putting the pressure on just a little bit here. Was a little wide there, Bob Sadder, looked like to me, but he corrects it really well. So we're on lap 16 now of 28, just 12 or 13 laps to go left in the Grand Prix. As we are on board here with Vision, who's looking to chase down Junior for P4. Both been on medium tyres for relatively the same time. Junior's a lap or so, a lap longer than Vision. So they've been relatively at the same time. And Vision, you're starting to see actually, that 1 lap difference is helping Vision close the gap just a little bit here. As we approach potentially another lap window, and as a pit window, and as I say that, Junior and Vision both jump themselves back into the pits. And what tires are they both going to put on? They're going to put another set of mediums by the looks of things. Which will help him go to the end of the race. In fact, I think they were teammates, so I think that he's actually just held up Vision, who had to wait, and that really messed him up. Raj trying to warm up those tyres, trying to save his race by maybe getting into the points. We'll wait and see. Might be a bit too far back though. We'll have to wait and see. Most drivers still have to pit again, of course. Apart from Liam, who jumped onto the hard tyres 3 laps ago and is currently sitting in P8, so this could be very interesting. This could have worked out really well for Liam, but we'll wait and see as it goes on. But the only thing I worry about Liam is that they're not very fast, those hard tyres. And you can see Junior's on the over back of him here, and he's going to get DRS on him in the second DRS zone. He's gaining on him. Liam defending, goes to the outside, but it looks like the move is done, and it is indeed. As Junior actually said, a purple sector in sector 2 shows the pace that he had on that particular occasion on those new medium tyres. Meanwhile, our race leader Tool pits once again. Is he on to another set of medium tyres? He is indeed. And what place is he going to come out on? As Carcraft As Nico comes into pits and promotes Carcraft into P3. As Tool going to be able to get out before Carcraft comes around. He is after, is he? I think yes he has actually, fair play to him. So he only loses out on one position, and that is to Yari, who you would expect is going to come in this lap. So Tool trying the undercut here. I wonder if it's going to work out for him. Yari needs to set himself a good benchmark here. And needs a good pit stop to stay out in front in this Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Mr. Sticklers gets past Wet Boy on drugs. And on that same DRS zone that we've just seen Sticklers get past drugs, Nico gets a little bit of DRS on Vision. But too far back to really make a move here. He needs to set himself up well. I think he might be a bit too far back even to make a move here, but it'll help him get closer. But not quite close enough to really make a move. Meanwhile, Webber and Drugs might fancy getting Mr. Sticklers back here. Ooh, a little bit. Lost the rear end just a little bit there, but corrected it really well. And that's allowed Sticklers just to slightly get away again, just slightly. As Carcass sets the fastest lap of the race of a 1:37.032 as Drugs comes into the pits for his final pit stop, and I'm going to assume by what everyone else has done, he will jump onto the mediums. So who hasn't pitted yet? Liam will probably not need to pit again. Henna, who is still on those hard tyres he put on 15 laps ago on the hard, so wonder if he's going to try. He's probably going to have to pit again, I'd say. But we'll wait and see what he does. Maybe he knows something I don't. Maybe he's managed to manage his tyres really well. We'll wait and see. As the front runners seem to be catching the back markers here. Nico has managed to save another couple of attempts off Vision there. Vision, who is currently in P7. And Nico wants that position. But not able to on this particular occasion. Scottish Tenor just here's off to the side just to not get involved. And Tool takes the fastest lap of the race of a 1:36.4 and also retakes the lead of this race. Carcass, decent pit stop, is only 1.2 seconds behind Tool here. So wait and see how that one develops. Yari, meanwhile, has managed to get himself onto soft tyres to the end of this race. So he's got 10 seconds to make up, but he's on a lot faster tyres. This could be. He had to try something, to be fair to him, the Dutch driver. Meanwhile, Nico is gaining on Vision here. He's been gaining for the last couple of laps, and it looks like he's going to get the move done. Very nice move done indeed from Nico on the DRS. Oh, did they touch their Vision and Nico? Vision seems to be pushing him a little bit there. He's not pushing there. And it looks like Vision's going to. Is he going to get him back here actually? On the second DRS zone. He's going to go to the inside when Vision eventually and Nico appear. I think Vision just had Nico just cut the corner a little bit there, and he gets himself a 3-second time penalty, and Vision keeps the place from Nico. I wasn't listening properly then. Sounded like you said bus driver. I don't even know what you were talking about, mate. I don't know if you said that ages ago, I'm not too sure. Wouldn't put it past me though. So on lap 21, seven or so laps to go. Tool still leads this race. Oh, Tez. No, I definitely didn't say that then. I did say Dutch driver, not bus driver. So if we have a look at the tyres that everybody is on at the moment, I think the only person who might have to pit again is Frisky, but we'll see how those medium tyres go on. But I think that's actually his ghost car, to be fair, driving. So we won't need to worry too much about him. Meanwhile, Vision, who had that squabble with Nico just that other lap, has now managed to get himself very close to Liam by the looks of things. There were a couple of attempts off him at the moment. You can see he is very, very close. He's gonna try and move over here. He gets the move done as well, Vision. A very nice move from him in a place where we haven't really seen many overtakes, but Vision says no, I'm getting him here, and fair play to him. I think that's a fair move, that. Gets himself up into P5. Meanwhile, Nico now might fancy a move on Liam here, who Liam the only driver on hard tyres at the moment, probably still aren't quite where he would want them to be, Liam. So he's very vulnerable at the moment to Nico, who's on mediums, but went a little bit deep there, went a bit wide. But can he set himself up nicely here? He may have done, you know. He's gonna get DRS on him, he's only a couple of attempts off him. He's gaining on Liam. He's gonna go to the inside here. Is he gonna get the move done? I believe he is, yep, and that promotes Nico into P6 and drops him to P7. Meanwhile, Frisky does pit on to onto soft tyres. Maybe he's after the fastest lap of the race. Maybe, is it him driving or is it computer? I can't even tell anymore. I think it's just his AI. Yeah. So 5 or 6 laps still to go. Tool still holds that advantage to Carcraft. He's got to 2 seconds now out in front, and you'd have to say that because they're both basically on the same tyres for a very similar amount of time, but as long as Tool doesn't make a mistake, he's got this race in the bag. Unless Carcraft can find some extra pace out there. We shall wait and see. Carcraft, we know, is a fast driver. I wouldn't put it past him to be able to catch Tool, but we shall wait and see. On board it now, Liam is under pressure from Wet Boy on drugs by the looks of things. So he's really struggling on those hard tyres. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to try this one-stop strategy. But it looks like he's going to keep Wet Boy on drugs behind him for now. Oh, he gets a really nice exit there. And we'll stay on board with him for the next couple of corners, because you wonder if he's going to try and make a move. Gonna go to the outside. We'll probably go. I thought he lost it there a bit there. Ooh, very Very close to Liam there. Did he touch him slightly? He might have done. And Liam really under pressure now. As Raz's AI is not going to help Liam either. Interesting battle as Liam went almost lost a little bit wide there. Had to correct the steering a little bit. And he's still gonna hold off for a move potentially on this DRS zone just coming up after this corner. He set himself up very nicely there. He's right in behind Liam. You would expect this move is a done deal. Brian Jones goes to the outside of Liam and gets the move done. Gets himself up into P7. We're now Mr. Stickless. So trying to get past Bob Sadder to get back to get into P9. Ooh, well, a little bit wide there, compromised himself a little bit and allowed Bob Sadder just to get away a little bit. He needs to be careful he doesn't lose touch of DRS of him. Scotty gets himself a 3-second time penalty, or if it's a ghost, I'm not too sure. If that is, fair play to him for continually driving. Many people would have just given up, but no, not him. On board here with Nico, who is just about in DRS of vision at the moment, and he set himself up nicely here. It's not a bad exit at all, and he's going to get DRS on vision. He's gaining, but I don't think he's gaining enough. As Karkar gets himself a 3-second time penalty there as well. And Nico has another DRS zone here to get maybe catch up to vision just a little bit more. I don't think he'll be close enough to make a move happen. And he's going to have to stay in behind vision for just a little bit longer. Meanwhile, Mr. Stickless, is he going to get past Bob Sadder this time? Bob Sadder, ooh, he had the inside line, Stickless, and that is enough to get the move done. Oh, he went a little bit wide. Bob Sadder not giving it up, and oh, did they touch a little bit there? I think they might have just slightly touched each other, but Bob Sadder gets the position back off Stickless actually as well. And keeps hold of that P9 position. Well, it looked like he had the move done because he had the inside line, but he compromised himself after that. And just gave Bob Sadder the momentum to get back past him, and he'll have to wait for the next DRS zone to potentially make a move happen. Vision gets another 3-second time penalty as Nico still tries to chase a bit of a lock up from Vision there potentially too. But he gets a nice exit, and Nico's going to get the DRS on him. He's gaining, just gaining a little bit, not gaining enough though, you feel. He'll have to set himself up for the next DRS zone that's just coming up in the next couple of corners. And here we are. He's a lot closer to vision this time, and with DRS, this could be P5 for Nico. Oh, they're touching. Oh, he's getting squeezed out there by Vision, and he gives him no space there either. And Vision very aggressive there, keeping the position. I'm sure Nico will not be happy with that at all. He was off the track, and Vision just kept squeezing him out of it. And then after that, he just gave him no room for the right and left-handers. So Tool's still out in front. He's still got that 2 second gap to Carcraft out in front. New Armored Sticklers has got past Bob Sadder now, and is now hunting down Liam. And on those soft tyres against Liam's hards, this surely can only end one way. He's going to set himself up here. And he'll get DRS, of course. Liam will not. And he's gaining, you can see it. Is he going to be able to catch him in time to make a move happen here? You go to the outside of Liam. Oh, a little bit of contact there potentially, but he gets the move done, Mr. Sticklers, and he's now got himself up into P8 and has got a car between him and Bob Sadder. And Bob Sadder's now potentially might get Liam here as well. He's going to go to the inside. Oh, a little bit of a dive bomb maybe before he could get Sticklers there, but they avoided each other, and Bob Sadder pushed himself up into P9, and now Liam is in P10. As we enter the final lap of this race, Tool now has a 3 second gap to Carcraft. It's been a really brilliant drive from him. It has been his weekend. He was a pace setter in qualifying, and in the race he's just continued the same way, and the gaps just have got bigger and bigger and bigger as the race got on. So fair play to him, but we'll jump back on board here with Liam. I wonder if he's going to maybe be able to get Bob Sadder back on one of these DRS zones. He's going to have to get done on the slacks. This is the final lap of the race. And we'll stay on board with him at this DRS zone. Hasn't set himself up that well though in that instance. And it's going to allow Bob Sadder to get away here. He is going to get DRS on him just, but on those hard tyres, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make a move happen here. We'll wait and see though. You'll get another DRS zone here for this corner. And he does get DRS here, but I think he's too far back here to get to really gain on Bob Sadder and get that place back, as Tool has crossed the finish line and has won this race. In fact, Yari's got Carcraft on penalties, and Yari puts himself up into P2. Very, very good for him. Junior comes on round the far corner onto the start finish straight, gets himself onto P4. Meanwhile, Vision is going to take P5 on track at least. I don't know how many penalties he's got. And Nico's going to get Vision on penalties. If our Vision drops down to P7 as well, Pulling Drugs gets Vision on penalties as well. Meanwhile, Mr. Sticklers gets P8, and there's yellow flags in Sector 3. I'm not sure what that is for. As we just wait for a couple more cars to cross the finish line to completely end this race. But what a drive from Tool. Very, very, very well played. Raz gets himself a 5-second time penalty for not serving the 5-second time penalty. So that adds insult to injury to what was not a great race for him. And that crash in the pit lane confirmed that as well. And that is the end of our race here in Abu Dhabi. That is the end of the Nations League as well, as Mr. Sticklers gets driver of the day according to the game. And he does a nice wee little dance tool onto the podium to lift the winner's trophy. Fair play to him. And that is it from us. Let's have a quick look at the penalties very quickly. So Tool had a 3-second time penalty, but had enough of a gap to Carcraft to avoid him. Yari didn't get a penalty today, and that proved vital as he got Carcraft because of that and gets himself up into P2. Vision got himself 12 seconds of penalties. Is that the most penalties somebody got in the race? I believe it is. So only 3 drivers without penalties: Yari, Bob, Sada and Frisky. Fair play, those are all the drivers that took part today. Some very good overtakes there, some good driving. Kept it relatively clean apart from a few incidents I'm sure will be spoke about to the stewards for sure. But that is the end of the race and the end of the stream from me. Hope you enjoyed. If you do, please do follow the channel. This is where your Group 1 and F1 races will be streamed, so do drop a follow so you do not miss a race. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening or afternoon or whatever time it is wherever you are. Take care, guys.